My dear friends, welcome to Rajashekhar classes on applied data science with Python. This is lecture number 243. In this lecture, I will continue my discussion on how to use Disney effectively. Just let me recall my previous lecture. We were discussing about two most important parameters. First one is step. Let me say this is my first parameter, step. My second parameter is perplexity. What is step? We already discussed what is step. We discussed this particular parameter with the help of distill.pub. Just I request you to go through this particular blog. As I told you, this blog is very useful to understand our Disney algorithm. Now, what is step? We discussed already about this particular parameter. I can say step is, let me write it, I can say it is number of iterations. That is step. Then what about another parameter, perplexity? Perplexity says how many data points, how many data points in the neighborhood whose distances I will try to preserve, whose distances I will try to preserve when I go from high dimensional to low dimensional, from high dimensional space, high dimensional to low dimensional. Of course, in these lectures we were saying that d dash equal to d equal to, in order to understand working of Disney algorithm. That's what we were saying. Let me continue my discussion on Disney. Just this is a page. You can see this page. First let me read this page so that I will try to explain what is he saying. Let's start with, I collected this particular page from distill.pub. Let's start with, I will read these sentences and again I will explain. Let's start with the hello world of Disney, a data set of two widely separated clusters. Just see, this is one cluster, this is another cluster. This is my original data set. That's what he is saying, a data set of two widely separated clusters. To make things as simple as possible, we will consider clusters in 2D plane. Of course, this is 2D plane, isn't it? It is 2D plane as shown in the left hand diagram. This is the diagram. For clarity, the clusters are color coded. Blue color, yes, you have two different colors. The diagrams at right shows Disney plots for different perplexity values. Just see, this is Disney plot for perplexity 2. This is Disney plot for perplexity 5. This is Disney plot for perplexity 30. This is Disney plot for perplexity 50. This is Disney plot for perplexity 100. Understand that the step is, as we were discussing about two parameters, perplexity and step. Step here also 5000, 5000, 5000, 5000. What does it mean? In this case, we fixed this one. Which parameter is fixed? Step is fixed. And which one is varying? You are varying a parameter, that is perplexity. We are varying perplexities, isn't it? For fixed value of step, we are varying perplexities. We will try to understand. Let me read this particular slide so that I will explain in detail manner about it. Let me read it. Yes. Again, same, this particular page I collected from distill.pub with perplexity values in the range from 5 to 50. Who suggested this one? By Van der Mantin and Hinton. These are the people who designed, who introduced this particular Disney technique. The diagrams do show these clusters, although with very different shapes. I will explain these things. Outside that range means it is, we are taking range in the range of 5 to 50, isn't it? We will discuss. Things get weird. Things get little weird. Means outside in the range means if you take more than 50 or if you take less than 5, what happens? It shows mysterious behavior. What type of behavior it shows? It shows mysterious. It shows mysterious, strange behavior. Mysterious, strange behavior. That's why we restricted this perplexity value in between 5 and 50. Our first example, I will explain this, what it is. The image for with perplexity 2, local variations dominate. I will discuss the image for perplexity 100 with the merged clusters. This also I will discuss. Illustrate a pitfall. Now we will go back. Each of just in previous slides you have different plots. Each of the plots above was made with the 5000 iterations. This is fixed. That's what we were saying. This particular step is fixed. Number of iterations are fixed. 5000 iterations with learning rate. Epsilon is learning rate. I will discuss about epsilon in future classes. He is taking learning rate 10. And had reached point stability by I will discuss these things. The most important thing is to iterate until reaching to a stable configuration. This is important. You must keep on repeating this algorithm till you get a stable configuration. We will try to understand all these points one by one. Just let me go back to this particular slide. Yes, this is the slide we were discussing about this particular slide. Let me say like this. Our first example is, imagine I have set of blue points. Just see, I have set of blue points and set of orange points. This is my original set, isn't it? And I can say, which means what is my step size? As I told you, what is step? Step is 5000. Just see, you are fixing this one. Step means what? Which means I am running. 5000 means what? I am running it for 5000 iterations. I am running this Disney algorithm for 5000 iterations. This is very, very important. Now, the first thing that you will notice is, if I make my perplexity very low, what is my low perplexity value? Let me assume my perplexity is 2. In this case 2, low perplexity value. Actually what they suggested, it must be in between 5 and 50. That's what it says. Let me say my perplexity value is 2. What happens? If I keep my perplexity is 2, what does it mean? What is the meaning of perplexity 2? Meaning of perplexity 2 is, I am trying to preserve. What is the meaning of this? I am trying to preserve only distances. Only distances to nearest, I can say, to nearest neighbors. Okay, I can say or I can say like this: 2 points which are the 2 points which are the closest, which are the closest to a given point, closest to a given point. That's the meaning of perplexity is 2. Given point. Just see, if I take a point, given point, I will try to preserve 2 points which are nearest to this one. If I take any point, I will try to preserve distance 2 points which are close to a given point. I am trying to preserve only distance to 2 nearest neighbors. If I take this particular point, I will try to preserve only distance to two nearest. This is one nearest if I assume, this is another nearest. I will try to preserve this distance when I move from low dimension to high dimensional. In this case, of course, your d dash equal to d equal to, as I told you, to understand algorithm execution, we are making d and d dash are equal, isn't it? If I make my perplexity 5, if I increase my perplexity value, just see, if I make my perplexity 5, 30, 50, even 100, isn't it? 5, 30, 50, 100. And remember, I have 50, how many blue points I have? I have 50 blue points, even I have 50 orange points, isn't it? This is my original set. You must understand that one, isn't it? That's how the data sets are constructed. We want to get this structure. This is my original data set. We want to get this structure, isn't it? We want to get this structure. That you must understand, isn't it? We want to get this structure, which you can see when perplexity equal to 30. Just see, when perplexity equal to 30, what's happening? You can see similar structure, isn't it? When perplexity and 50, when perplexity is 50, you are getting almost similar, you are getting roughly same shape. Of course, the shape is not exactly same shape, not necessarily exactly, but roughly this you are getting same shape, isn't it? Now comes interesting part. When perplexity is very small, you are getting a structure. Just see, very small. What type of structure you are getting? Perplexity is very small. Perplexity is equal to 2. And when perplexity is very small, let me assume 2. You are getting a structure. These are your blue points. These are your blue points. These are your orange points. These are your orange points, isn't it? These are your orange points. This structure is completely, I can say, this structure is completely absurd structure, isn't it? So when perplexity is small, the results you get can be crazy. These results are the crazy results. As perplexity increases, your shape will start to get much sensible. Just see, as perplexity is, if you keep on increasing perplexity, this shape is try to get stabilized. Just see, it's stabilizing. Well, isn't it? I can say like this. Your shape will start get much sensible as perplexity is increasing. At perplexity 30, just see what's happening. This is perplexity 30. Just let me say like this. At perplexity 30 is more sensible, isn't it? For example, this is my original data set, isn't it? This is my original data set. The original data set, I can say, in high dimensional data. Of course, in this particular context, your high dimensions and low dimension both are equal to 2 dimensions only. They are well separated. In the case of original data, they are well separated. Even at perplexity 50, they are well separated. They are well separated. Same shape. Almost you can see same shape at perplexity equal to 50. The lesson from this is you must understand always. The lesson is always run. Always run your Disney. Always run your Disney. Always run your Disney with multiple perplexity values. Multiple perplexity values, with multiple perplexity values, keep increasing, keep increasing perplexity, keep increasing perplexity values. That you must understand. You must always execute your t-SNE algorithm for multiple values of perplexity. Never say perplexity equal to 5. No, don't do that. Run it for various values of perplexity and see the shapes that are more stable. We need stable configuration. So as soon as you see a stable configuration, it's okay. Between 30 and 50, in this case what's happening? Between 30 and 50, you are getting some sort of stable configuration. So first lesson is never fix one perplexity values. Never fix. I will write. Never fix one perplexity value. Never fix one perplexity value. Always run your t-SNE for multiple perplexity values to understand the actual shape. So never run your t-SNE only once. That's the most important thing. So when you run t-SNE, you are given two parameters. Your first one is perplexity and second one is number of iterations, or I can say step. Always try to run it with multiple perplexities. Now here comes one more interesting thing. When I make my perplexity equal to 100, just see, if what is 100? Total number of points, I have 50 plus 50, means your perplexity, if I say if n is number of points in my original data set, if perplexity equal to n, if perplexity equal to total number of points, what happens? Let me repeat. I will make my perplexity equal to 100, that is total number of points. When I make my perplexity equals to 100, I get a mess. That you must understand. Just see, I get a mess. Which case? This is a case where your perplexity value equal to total number of data points in original data set. I get a mess. This is literally a mess. That why is that happening? See, when I am trying to preserve distance for every pair of points, isn't it? Perplexity equal to 1 means I am trying to preserve distance between every pair of points. I have only 100 points here. What's my total number of points? Is only 150 plus 50. I have two data sets originally. There are 50 plus 50, 100 points. So when you make your perplexity, the second most important lesson is, if your perplexity is equal to number of data points, you will simply get a mess. So always try to keep your perplexity less than your number of data points. So the lesson learned from this is, whenever you run your t-SNE algorithm on data set, try with multiple perplexity values till that time, but never put perplexity equal to number of data points. So you can think of this another way. t-SNE, as we learned, does neighborhood and embedding. What is the functionality of t-SNE? It try to do neighborhood embedding. But if I make my perplexity equal to total number of points, total number of data points, it's no more preserving just the neighborhood, just trying to preserve the whole data set, whole structure of the data, and where it does a terrible job. This is one of the first lesson that we need to learn from t-SNE. Please run t-SNE with various values of perplexity, and that's the first lesson. And the next important thing is, what if I keep my perplexity constant. In this case, we varied perplexity for perplexity 2, perplexity 5, perplexity 3. In next case, what we will do, we will fix the perplexity and we will try to understand this Disney algorithm. That I will do in my next lecture, that is in lecture number 244. Thank you very much.